I want to tell you today that you're fireproof, that you're non-flammable, that no matter what fiery furnaces you may be going through in your life, you're not going to burn. That the enemy may try to put on the heat. And you know how sometimes you be like, man, you're turning the heat on. You may sweat. You may get hot at times. It may get really, really rough in whatever fiery furnace that you're going through in this thing we call life. But you will never, ever, ever burn because you're fireproof. You are fireproof the same way the Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were fireproof when they walked in the fiery furnace in Daniel chapter 3 because they had Jesus with them. So I'm here to tell you that no matter what trial or tribulation or storm that you are going through, to understand that it's another person right there with you. Jesus is with you. You have the Holy Spirit dwelling inside of you, which is what makes you more fireproof, because your ashes were exchanged for his beauty when Jesus died on the cross. So you don't ever have to go into a situation thinking that you're by yourself, thinking that that situation is going to consume you and take over you and become something that's so hard for you to be able to conquer, because you are fireproof. Now Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego went into the fiery furnace in Daniel chapter 3 because King Nebuchadnezzar wanted them to worship the false god. But they said, nah, I'm not going to worship your false god. I'm only going to worship the one and only true God. And I don't even care. I know that he will rescue us. But you know what? Even if he doesn't rescue us, we want to worship the one and only true God. So you can do whatever you want to us, is what they said. So they got thrown into that furnace. And when they got thrown into that furnace, King Nebuchadnezzar looked inside of that furnace and he saw, hey, what's going on? There's a fourth person in there with them. I can't understand this. So then he had them brought out. And he realized that it was the one and true only Son of God with them, protecting them, because it says in the word that not even a hair on their head was burned. Clothes wasn't touched. The smell of smoke wasn't even on them, because God had them covered and Jesus was with them, protecting them and keeping them. So whatever you're going through in your life today, whatever you feel like has been turned up, whatever situation in your life where you feel like the heat has been put on you and you've been sweating bullets and you've been feeling like it's going to consume you and you've been feeling like it's going to take over you, I'm here to tell you today that it ain't going to take you over, because you fireproof, because you got something down inside of you, which is the Spirit of the Most High God that makes you fireproof, and the devil can't touch you. So that anything that heats up, all it's doing is making you and molding you and shaping you to be who God has called you to be, so that you can come out as pure gold, as his word says. Because in Romans 8:28, it doesn't say that some things, it doesn't say that one thing, but it says that all things work together for the good of those who walk upright with God. So you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about going through the fire, going through hard times in life, because you got to always remember, the same way that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego had that fourth person, you are always covered by God. You always have Jesus walking right beside you, to the point to where your enemies gonna start looking and saying, who is that with her? Who is that with him? How come it seem like they don't ever go through nothing? How come it seem like every time they go through something, they come out looking better? How come it seem like they don't even have to have a horrible life? They don't even have this problem? Because I'm here to tell you, you're fireproof. So you're going to come out always looking better, always with your hair never touched, always with your clothes looking good, always never even smelling like you even been through an ounce of fire, because you're fireproof. You are God's. So whatever you're going through right now, you look it in the face and say, I'm fireproof. I cannot be touched because I got Jesus walking with me. I got the Most High God living down inside of me. And I'm going to look whatever I go through, whatever bad days, whatever bad reports, whatever bad lies that have been told on you, whatever self-esteem blows, whatever hardcore things that are trying to tear you down, whatever financial problems, whatever job problems, whatever situations that haven't been been answered, you look them in the face and say, devil, I'm fireproof, and nothing that you bring my way can touch me. A hair will never be touched. My clothes will still look good, and I'll still smell of a beautiful fragrance because I am a child of the Most High God. I hope you were blessed. I decree and declare abundance and favor over your life, and I will see you next week.